When you have #1 beside your name, you have a target on your back. And this top-ranked team in the land is going on the road against a squad that can make its season if it can pull off a major upset. Welcome to Wallace Wade Stadium in Durham, North Carolina, home to the Duke Blue Devils. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Duke Blue Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Hurricanes will kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Jones. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Blue Devils offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, that can get TFLs, get sacks, it's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to...
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Wow, and the Miami linebacker shows you his speed on that play, and linebacker in speed, synonymous when you're thinking about Miami Hurricane defense. Think about Ray Lewis, Jonathan Vilma, Dan Morgan, DJ Williams. Guys that can go sideline to sideline and guys that can rush the passer. Not easy to block.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down. And the Blue Devils will punt it away on 4th down. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Hurricane offense will get its first crack at it now. Bunch formation for these receivers. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He's got an open man. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Upshaw. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. And the Canes have moved it inside the 20. To the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Looking for the score. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
On that 3rd down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on 4th.
Between the uprights, it's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He's got his man across the middle. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Bring in the heat. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
But when it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. They'll try to sneak it. The Blue Devils are moving quickly down the field. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go?
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
It'll be third and long. Back to pass, it's Tollefson. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Well, it's third and long. They're trying to throw beyond the sticks to get the first down. What a great job by the defender that time, breaking on the ball, snagging it out of the air, and securing that interception.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-9. Fires into traffic, picked off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage, and did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage, you jam them, and it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process, and that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
And now the offense will come onto the field again. Wants to throw on first down. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. Wants to go up top on first down. Firing toward the end zone. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Let's see what they've dialed up on third and long from the 22. To the air, it's Tollefson. And the deflection by the defense, great play on third down, brings us to fourth. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And we're even here in the first. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Michigan State has the lead right now. Feels like it's been that way since Sparty's run out, but this has been a nip-and-tuck affair inside Spartan Stadium.
He'll start this drive firing. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 25. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. Explosive plays are great, but you gotta finish the deal. 1st and 10 in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
Catch in the middle. It's shot. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time now. It used to just be in the red zone. Now you just find the big fellow, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
Going for 6. Touchdown, Hurricanes! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Got it in the middle, it's Prince. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Looking for a man, it's Tollefson. Quickly complete. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. And the Blue Devils getting set on 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Back to pass. Throws for the tight end. And that one's incomplete.
The offensive line and the hog mollies up front take a lot of the brunt, a lot of the blame, a lot of the time. That absolutely was not on them. The QB could not find anywhere to go with the football. Apparently, they're running a new zone coverage with 75 guys in the back end because...
Oh, he found a space on the right. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29. The Blue Devils are flying down the field. Pulls and fires complete. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The pull and throw off the RPO. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. And the Blue Devils have it with a 1st and goal. Tosses it incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think the...
Touchdown, Duke! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And a great job by the quarterback where he's making the right read. I got to get that defense to commit to me. Now I pitch it. Running back catches it. I'll take this. I'll do the rest. But it was a great read by the quarterback.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. And after after the extra point was good. It's even Steven here in the second quarter. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Moore. Big play, takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Firing to the right, complete.
And one of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And the Canes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Caught over the middle. It's shot. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Hurricanes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work.
Here we go, here we go.
Wants to throw it. He's got him. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. Just on the edge of the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. They'll go to the ground. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Just feeds the running back. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Canes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll run the screen. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together.
And on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no...
Next, going for the goal line. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Canes!
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Jukes his way for more. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. Looking downfield, it's Tollefson. Catch in the middle, it's Pugh.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called. Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. He gets down to the 25 before going out of bounds.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up at different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. And the Hurricanes come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. And that will extend their lead even further. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Durham. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and in the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Brooks Field inside Wallace Wade Stadium.
The Blue Devils will kick it off to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the 3rd quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got his man on the right. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. And the Canes will have it 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. And the Canes are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, running back on the move. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. They go to the ground. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him. A what a play there to pick up the first down.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Touchdown, Miami! Quick strike through the air for the score. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
And I absolutely love this play call. You still got a little bit of space while you're not too close to the goal line where you can run your big tight end right up the middle of the field, run the post route, throw it up to him, let him do the rest, and get the touchdown.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. Charlotte is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 13 over Western Kentucky. We'll circle back. If anything big happens in this clash in the American, you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And that RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the right. Complete on the comeback. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, when you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Dropping back, it's Tollefson. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. They just keep firing. Lets it fly deep downfield. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone. They're dealing with a second and long. They'll try the run. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. And the Blue Devils started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And it's really good third down defense. You've given up some yards. Who cares? Down here right near the goal line, you bow your neck up. You force the fourth down. Nice job breaking on the football and forcing the incompletion.
Absolutely perfect. Are forced to settle for the field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12.
Yeah, defense is about getting off the football. And when that defensive line can be disruptive and get in the backfield right away and mess up those pullers actions on those counter plays, it can be really advantageous for the defense. Great job on the defense being hyperactive.
Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. And they're not on the same page there.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Hurricanes will punt this one away. Hauls it in, looking for space. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. He's going for a big play downfield. He's got it! And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Wants to throw. It's Tollefson. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. It is good. Now the lead is down to 11. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Gets it to him on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Caught at the 45 on his way. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
The Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. A strike downfield. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
And the Hurricanes have their offense in high gear. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Finds his big tight end. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. To the ground with the back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And talking to coaches this week, that's their guy. The running back is the guy they feel the most confident in. So I expect down the stretch, when you got a lead in this football game, you're going to keep hammering away with your best player.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Snags it. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. And the Canes are threatening on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Sets up the screen. Looking for the end zone. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He stopped just inches short, had a good catch, tried to get it in, but was denied. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll run the sneak for it. The sneak scores it. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the 4th quarter.
And now, with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Texas is down right now, but there is still a ton of football to be played. And for a program that ranks inside the top 10 all-time in wins, don't be surprised if they come back. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Oklahoma. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else. Ben?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Tollefson. Unloads to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Blue Devils will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one. They went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
It'll be 3rd and long. The give to the tailback. He didn't quite make it to the sticks, and it'll bring up a 4th down from the 42. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the chains. They're able to make the stop, but a little extra icing on this winning cake in this one. When you hit this point in the season, week 7, you sort of turn the corner and you remain unbeaten at this point, you've morphed into a championship contender.
Yes, but you don't want to peek too far ahead, Reese. You kind of want to be like, nothing to see here, just move on. We haven't accomplished what we wanted yet. We haven't accomplished what we set out to do. It's week 7. I know you guys got bigger hopes and bigger dreams than just being to week 7 and being undefeated.
And guys, I've been really impressed with this team because they just seemed to always have an identity. From the very beginning of the year, they knew who they were, they knew what they were going to go out and try to accomplish and how they wanted to dominate teams. And they've been able to do that to this point. So David, to your point, just keep getting better every single week moving ahead. And this team could be in the college football playoff discussion.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.